Yeah, with Country 95, so excited to have Sony recording artist Kira Isabella here. How about Country 95 winners that are here too? Thanks for being here. You had some pizza. We'll get some questions and answers going with Kira. But first, we want to introduce her. Please welcome Kira Isabella.
How are you doing today, you guys? I saw some familiar faces. Oh my goodness. How are you? I'm very happy to be back in Lethbridge. I was saying this morning I missed the big Alberta sky out here. So thank you guys so much for coming. And I hope you like the new song.
Oh, yes. Love it.
Do you like it? Thank you so much. I wrote that with Dare for Tan. You guys know him. He's hilarious. He's awesome. Such a cool guy. And I guess I'm going to do a couple for you guys that you know. Everybody here has been very good to me and been playing quarterback, so thank you guys very much, and thank you for having me. And I'd like to play quarterback for you guys right now. So here we go. It was Friday night and the lights were shining. Everyone was sitting in the stands. He was being scouted by a big-time college. She played trumpet in the marching band. In the parking lot when the game was over, she had a bus to ride. The people pulled up in his buddy's truck, and the girls swung open wide. He was the quarterback, smiling at her. Who are you gonna blame? The start of the game or the no-name girl in the freshman class? They got out on a bonfire party. Never had a drink before, but he held it to her lips as she took a first sip before she knew she had 3 more. She always heard that a girl's first time is a memory she'll never forget. She found out the hard way about love when she saw those pictures on the internet. Yeah, he was the quarterback, smiling at her measurement. Who are you gonna blame? The star of the game or the no-name girl? Quarterback, smiling at her measurement. Who are you gonna blame? The star of the game or the no-name girl? Monday morning when the word got out, everybody picked a side. He had the school and a hotel too, and she had all the truth inside. Yeah, he was the quarterback, smiling at her measurement. Who are you gonna blame? The star of the game or the no-name girl? The quarterback, right at her measurement. He was the quarterback, she was in the freshman. He was the quarterback, yeah. Who are you gonna blame? The star of the game or the no-name girl in the freshman
Well, we'd love to get a new song from Kira. Any questions?
So do you write most of your songs?
Yes, Quarterback actually came to me. Quarterback is written by Barney Johnson, Bobby Hamrick, and Rivers Rutherford. Barney is a good friend of mine in Nashville, and they originally pitched it to Carrie, and then it came to me.
So quarterback I didn't write, but I do try to have a hand in all of it pretty much. Yeah, absolutely. It's pretty important to me to write.
Good.
What are some of the songs you know that you wrote?
The one that I'm going to do for you guys next, I co-wrote A Little More Work, co-wrote Little White Church, Love Me Like That as well. Pretty much the whole first record except for Songs About You. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I love to write. I feel like I'm learning a lot and still growing a lot as a writer. And, you know, I get pretty amazing opportunities in Nashville because of how good you guys have been to me in Canada.
Is Nashville home now?
Thank you. Nashville and Toronto, pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm kind of going back and forth right now. I'm spending more time in Canada these days because, you know, the album is going to be coming out and the second single, and I keep saying it's really cool to be in the States and it's awesome to meet all these people, but it's pretty amazing to, have memories like I did playing in the Lethbridge Mall here 2 years ago to like 7 people, like 10 people. So it's pretty amazing to, come and the CCMAs are like a family. It's like a family reunion to see all these radio people, so it's really fantastic.
She hasn't changed a bit. She's still so sweet.
Neither have you. Look at all of you.
Any other questions?
What was the coolest venue that you played in?
Oh my goodness. Well, the Saddle Dome.
Pretty cool.
That was so cool. I have to say probably the Saddle Dome. And my hometown of Ottawa, because I grew up going to all these concerts at, it was called the Corral Center when I was little, and then now it's Scotiabank Place. But, it was pretty crazy because all of my friends, of course, are country fans, and they already had tickets to see Carrie like months before they found out that I was going to be opening for her. So they were all already going, and like, I'll never forget this sign. I'm going to cry. I'm sorry, I'm such a wimp. But it said, "This is your moment," and it was like, it was so cool. And they were my friends, and they got to see me at the Scotiabank Place. So probably my hometown in the Saddle Dome, because like, it's incredible. I mean, yeah. I'm such a wimp.
So are you just going to be touring more like now?
Pretty much. So the second record is going to come out called Caffeine and Big Dreams, and then we're planning a North American tour. So I'm very, very excited. I'm going to be all across Canada. Absolutely. And the dates for that will be announced very, very soon. I'll definitely, if not in Lethbridge, be somewhere very close so that you guys can all come check it out. I'm going to be with Autumn Hill, so.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, absolutely.
One or two more?
Yeah.
Influences.
Influences. Oh my goodness. I always have to say Shania Twain, Up. That was the record. Do you guys remember that one? It was like the pop side and the country side. It was green and red. I don't think I ever touched the pop side. And my parents had always listened to country, and my parents actually lived in Cold Lake for a long time when my dad was in the Air Force. And my brother influenced me, he gave me kind of rock music and that kind of thing, but my parents always played country. So it was kind of always in the back of my mind, and then the Shania Twain album came and I was like, steel guitars, banjos, that's it, and then I started writing music and it kind of came out. So Shania Twain and the ladies of country, Martina McBride, Reba, Faith Hill, definitely the women with the big voices, the little women with big voices for sure. Carrie, of course, all of them. Yeah.
Sarah Evans.
Sarah Evans. Oh my goodness, they're all fantastic. Yeah.
Do you think it's harder? A lot of talk about bro country, which is like a guy country. Is it harder now for a female artist in country, or what's your take on it?
I mean, bro country has definitely been taking over for the past couple of years.
Because bro country is Florida Georgia Line and Jake Owens,
all the drinking
that
songs,
sound,
that kind of thing. But spending time in Nashville, I have to say, there's writers like Casey Musgraves, like Brandy Clark, and I have this gut feeling that the women are about to do like a huge takeover on radio. I think people are ready to hear story songs again. Totally. I'm excited for it.
Who's your favorite all-time country singer?
Patsy Cline. My grandfather, every time my grandfather, he's getting older, he's in his 90s now, and whenever I see him, whenever I go to the old age home to see him, the first thing he says, "Sing Crazy! Sing Crazy for me," or Blue, one of the two. Yeah, so definitely Loretta, and I really love Merle Haggard. Yeah, definitely.
Another song?
I'd love to play another song for you guys. All right. And we're talking about songwriting a little bit. like I said, I co-wrote pretty much my whole first record, except for that one song, Songs About You, that came to me. And most of it I actually did. I found this, sometimes, you know, when you get to write and you get to meet people, you just have a magical connection, you know? And somebody just kind of understands you and you know, the way that you think. And I made this amazing connection with an artist from Atlanta. His name was Jason Phelps, and he co-wrote Little White Church with me, A Little More Work, Love Me Like That, pretty much everything. And I used to go to his house down in Atlanta, and I'd stay with him and his family. He has 2 really adorable little daughters, and his wife's so sweet, and this amazing big backyard. And you know, we actually wrote Little White Church out there. And so we'd write for a couple of days, and then we'd drive to Nashville. And it's like 3 hours. And so this one day, we were driving, and you know that song, I Fell in Love with the Farmer's Daughter? That one? I forget who does that one. It's about falling in love. Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
that one. That came on.
Yeah.
And I like looked at Jason, and I was like, I don't think I've ever heard, you know, from the farmer's daughter perspective,
Yeah.
you know, because if there was a cute farmhand working on my dad, you know, I'd look out the window. And so it kind of was just a conversation, and you know, he was like tapping on the steering wheel, and we talked it out and wrote down a couple of ideas, and then we walked into our writing session that day with the other co-writer on Little More Work, Walt Aldridge, and we were like, "Whoa, we have an idea, let's do it!" And it kind of came together really fast, and it ended up being probably my favorite upbeat, rockier song from my first record, Love Me Like That. So I'd love to play it for you guys now. Here it is, A Little More Work. I know it's small, but you guys can sing along. I love that.
Every morning, show up at the farm, tattoo on either arm, give my daddy 8 long hours. I see you stealing rings, every single chance, hoping I'll be at my window when the bottle speaks in my head. The sun is setting, and you think I'll jump right in your truck. You're just getting started. Still got a little more work to do before you swing me off my boots. Sorry, I don't fall that easy. I need more than a hey there, baby. Don't think for a minute you'll play me. Play it right now, you're gonna have to beg for a kiss or two, and you still got a little more work. I admit, when you take off your shirt and get down in the dirt, it's hard for me to look away, but I wanna know there's more than that underneath that baseball cap. So show me at the